start there yet. Do the first Wednesday.
First Wednesday?
Yeah.
So it's December 1st.
Possibly. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wing It Wednesday. I'm just going to grab a couple boxes while people sign on, and then we'll get started.
Sorry, before the stamps. Okay. Check, hold on just a second. Would we have a die cut of a Band-Aid?
We'll have to call him back. I think we do. Check the Get Well section.
Okay.
And I think MFT had one, and that's probably where it is.
Okay.
Somebody was just calling to see if we have a die cut of a Band-Aid, and I think we actually do. Okay, we have show and tell today, and a couple boxes I just opened, and I was oohing and eyeing because I forgot what I ordered from them, and it came in. And while that, let me grab a die cut real quick, and so I can do a little demo with the product I just got in. Let's see what kind of die cut I have around here. Let me So, another gorgeous day here in Buffalo, New York. I guess tomorrow is going to be another story. So, but it's kind of like gray out there, not so nice, but. Okay, I have a die cut ready. So when we get to that box, I can kind of show you what came in. Okay, the first thing I want to actually share with you is this beautiful Slimline Stamp from Stampendous. And it is an amazing stamp. This is the design. It is a slimline, and I want to show you, we have 4 different cards that have been done with this particular stamp, and it is just beautiful. Okay, we are going to start off with this card, and this was sent to me from a customer, actually in Duluth, Minnesota, and I just like, oh my gosh, like she did such a beautiful job on this. And it's kind of cool that even in Minnesota, they have this stamp. I keep thinking like, we're the only people that have this, but no. So she loved it just as much, and she did a beautiful job coloring. And you can see the glitters and so on and so forth. This is a version that I did, and I did it on this kind of linen paper. And I use colored pencils. I don't color with colored pencils all that often. And it was fun to do that. And you can see it's not like everything was all completely colored in, just snippets of color were added here and there. So this was my kind of take on this. And these were 2 other cards that we had done in a class. So this was colored in with Copics, and then we used the embossing powders from Stampendous and sprinkled them on top to create this texture. And it was a set of 4 powders, and I didn't even look this morning to see if we had any left, but there was the gold and the oranges and the browns. And this is actually one of my favorite stamps that came in from Stampendous this year, because you can use it not only at Thanksgiving, but all year. So I love this card, and as you can see, the focus was that sunflower at that end, and even though it's a slim line, it was used to create a smaller size card. And this last version, and I love even more because it's totally different. So part of the background was stamped in brown on the gold paper. The image, once again, was stamped on a darker, like burnt orange, colored in with colored pencils, and then a die cut, layered die cut oval was used, a saying. Once again, the Stampendous ultra thick embossing powders, and that's where you kind of sprinkle a color, the powder on your paper, and you're not even using any ink or anything. You're just sprinkling it on and then heating from underneath. If you heat from the top, it'll just blow it away, but if you heat from underneath, it'll start to melt. So here is another A2 card done with this beautiful fall stamp. So 4 different cards, 4 different ways, and I'm sure a lot of customers have gotten this set. I'm sure they have more samples to show just using this. So this was Stampendous, so I had to show that one. Okay, so let's see some of the things that came in this week. And I didn't get a chance to make a sample, but I think everybody's going to want this. It's this little cute stamp set, and it says Rain Beer. And it's a little mug of beer. You have the little antlers. You have the left and the right, and then you have the little face that goes right on that little beer. So I'll take this home and I'll make a little sample. Super cute little stamp set. Thought that was really cute. That one's called Rain Beer. This is a new die. It's an embosslet, so it cuts and embosses all in one. And this one I didn't do a sample of. Let me see if I could do one really quick. You can see you get a packet and you get a variety of different shapes that you can put on. You have kind of this random, it almost looks like a fried egg to me. And then you have the circles, and you have like a little scallop design. So let's use the one that's a fried egg. So this actually, these little metal pieces are magnets, and they hold the die in place. And underneath are the embossed designs. And let me grab a piece of paper and run this through so you can see what you're going to get. Bear with me. So this one I'm probably going to have to play with my plates because it is a little thicker die. Let me make some adjustments. I had to remove some of the plates. Okay, so you can see that it cuts and embosses all in one. And these kind of make kind of like the sealed wax. And you can put these on cards. You can put them on the back flap of an envelope. So there's a little snowflake design. There's a little ribbon. And the last little design is a holly, which is somewhere here. But this is the newest one. And this is the Switchlets and Catherine Breen. And it's called Seasonal Seals. So very cute. I know Lucia, who does a lot of little mini books and journals. This, I can see her using this in her books as embellishments all over the place. So let me see if they keep making that plastic thinner and thinner. It's hard to get it back in there. So you get the 3 dies that come in that set and the embossing folder. We also have a new mini embossing 3D folder from Tim, and this is called the Mini Kaleidoscope. Unfortunately, we only got one in. What was happening, a lot of the items that were short, they back ordered, so we did get one of these in. We did get several of these. This is the 3D. Once again, it's an impresslet, and so it's going to cut and emboss all in one. This one is called the Snowflake. And last night I cut a couple out so you can see. I did on this kind of pearly paper. I don't know if you can see the difference. This one I just did the white cardstock. And my thought was, this is one of my background papers that I had in my little stash, where I used an embossing. I inked it, and then I used a stencil to create that background. And I thought this would look really cool on here. So I thought I would just adhere those on. Of course, my adhesive is not, I need to clean it. So let's see what we can do here. Just put a little glue on the back over here. If you can see, there's a big glob of glue right over here. And this is the reason when your glue kind of gets dried up and you take a pin and you poke it back down, what happens is that dried area goes into your bottle and the glue starts attaching to that, and you don't want that to happen. So what you need to do is take the time, take the top off and clean it. Just put it under warm water, take a pin and poke that out. So unfortunately, I didn't check my glue prior to coming on, so we'll do that after. So, and we'll put this little snowflake down here, and I'll grab this later. But look how pretty that looks. And I'm going to cut the back off. Anything that's extending past that. I'm going to put this on. Grab some of my 3D pops. This one I'm going to use the regular size from Scrapbook Adhesives. And then I'll just look through my sentiments at another time, but I kind of have all my snowflake sentiments packed up and not ready to take them off until like after Thanksgiving. But since this die came in, I wanted to show you because I'd probably forget later. And the other thing I want to do is I actually want to spray this with our Sukaniko Sparkle Spray. Let me see if I can get to it. I think it's in my back room, but I'm going to spray the sparkle spray on top of this, and everything will just kind of shimmer. Hey, Ruth, can you grab me one of the sparkle sprays from Sukaniko in the watercolor little section in the little alcove? There's a ton of them. The sparkle. We'll just open another one because we just got a big order in of these, and Judy reminded me because she used this a lot in her stamp camp. And you can see all the sparkle settles at the bottom, so you want to shake it up. We got the golden, which has a nice light little sparkle. We got silver. Once again, it's not a solid silver sparkle. So if you can see how you just have the plain paper, and then I'm going to go and spray. And what's nice with this, it gives like a mist. I don't know if you could see that sparkle. I'm going to... If you can see that little shimmer that it just added all over on that paper, it's just so cool. And I have this fear of running out of my favorite products and through this next couple months, and so I made sure that we have enough of that in stock. And I think what I'm going to do is put actually maybe a little gem on those, but I'll finish this card up, but hopefully you could see that sparkle in there. Just a simple little touch that it just really kind of nice. I have a couple little bigger splatters, but the nice thing with this spray, you don't get a lot of those big drops because it comes out in a nice mist. It has a nice even overall spray to it. Okay, so that's the Imagine, I think it's called Imagine Crafts now. They keep changing their name, or just Imagine, and it's called the Shimmer spray, and this is the sparkle. Another little product that we got in, and this is just a mini embossing folder with snowflakes on it, and I embossed it on gold metallic paper yesterday. So you get these little border strips. And then I also did it on that pearl paper. So you're only going to get a strip. Unfortunately, you can't put them side by side to cover the whole back. That's not going to work, but I can see a lot of possibilities using this, and you'll see them in upcoming cards. Like I said, I'm really trying to stay away from using anything with the snowflake, but the fact that they came in, I want to show you that. And I think this little folder is like under $3. Vicki Booten, we got some new products in from Vicki. Some of her Fernwood collection, and this is one of her 3-pack of stencils. Always a great value. So you get 3 stencils for around $7. This is a new stamp set. I love that fern. The dragonfly looks gorgeous. The mushroom, the moth. Can use that in a lot of your winter scenes. And then I love that little A Documented Life. And along with that, we got some new papers. We got this new butterfly. You can see that there's a lot of gold metallic in it. And this is a vellum base. And out on the floor, we actually have other pieces of this collection. And I actually put everything away yesterday and didn't grab one, but let me just see. We don't have the sheets online, but they are available in the store. And you can come in and always ask where they are. Some other new papers that we got in. We got Stamperia. So we have the Lady Vagabond. We have an 8x8 paper pack. Alchemy, which is this collection. It's an 8x8 pack. This is a background paper, which this is the first time I've seen them do that. Can you see the sparkles on my hands from that spray? This is the background paper for the Lady Vagabond. This is the 12 by 12, and then we got the 12 by 12 Lady Vagabond paper collection pack. And I don't know what it's called, Klimt? I don't know, but this is the background papers, and this is the collection pack. So everybody, the people that love Stamperia are going to love these new papers. We didn't get any of the embellishments yet. We just got the papers in. A lot of times we'll get chipboard and other pieces that go along with it. Those are probably going to be sent separately. Couple individual, oh, here's that little folder. Yep, $2.75. This is an oval die and has a snowflake border. And then you have this inside piece, which is separate. And you have these little corner dies. And these are from the Awesome Winter Collection from Amy Design, which is, you'll probably find it under Find It Trading on our website. So those are brand new. We haven't had some in for a while, and we got these two new little mini sets from Colorado Craft. We got the little dog in the pot, and then we've got the little mouse on the star. So these cute little stamp sets just arrived. And then Elizabeth Craft Designs had a new release from Josette, her daughter, and we got some of the designs in. We have the little turkey die. And you can see the size, and you get little leaves in there and all the parts to build a little turkey. It did that little, the little folder did leave a little edge, and that's because of the pressure on my machine. I had the crossover, so I could lower the pressure on that, and that would eliminate that. But if you do have that problem, I would cut it out and mat it onto a paper, because that looks awesome too. There is a new Little Gnome Set. You get the 3 different little gnomes. And I don't know if they have a name, just called gnomes. The little train and the little train carts that follow. This is brand new. Adorable. And, you know, because all the little add-on pieces are separate, so you can make this non-seasonal. So you can use this a lot of different ways. And the same thing with the little carts. I mean, you don't need to put the Christmas lights and the holly on. Packages you can use for birthday anytime. But they're nice little add-on pieces, and you can change it up. You know, here for Valentine's Day, you can put little hearts in there. These are 2 new Slimline dies. You have this kind of the dotted background, which looks like a snowfall. And then I love this one. This is called Winter Scenery, and it's a Slimline die. And in that die, you get the different trees, the bear trees, the little bunnies, the wolf, the fox, and the moose. And you can see them here. And you have that snowscape on there already, so that's really kind of cool. So these are from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Okay. We have 2 boxes that I'm going to open. This first one is from LDRS Designs. I don't know if there's a lot of, so much new, maybe, but oh, and I just love these. These are the little polka doodle designs. So these are fun to learn how to color skin tones, because the faces are much larger. and to do hair. So kind of watch that coming up. For those of you that are interested in learning, you know, to color with the Copics. The little ballerina girl, the little dancer, I thought was adorable. Let's see. Some of the clear polka doodles. Love that one with the little snowman and the little animals. More of the sentiment stack sets. We got the Get Well, the Birthday. We kind of sold out on a lot of these, so we got more of them in. Some Thank You. Let's see what else we got. Some more of these little sentiment sets. I was actually thinking Easter when I ordered these. Sometimes you just got to get them when you see them because, you know, when they're gone, they're gone. Here's another little cute Easter one. Oh, gosh, we were out of the Slimline with the postage die. And you get all these additional dies inside there. So we got that back in stock. This one I thought was really cute because we just got the handles for the kids stamps. I thought this one would be really sweet to put in the kids section because there's little kids, there's, you know, little dogs and cats. You know, they can create a scene. So I thought this one would be fun for the little kids. So some sentiment dies. Happy B-Day. Thinking of you, love you. Yes, I can read backwards. I'm actually really good at it. And thank you. So we got a nice little collection of products from LDRS. We'll put those back. So we can enter them and get them back online if we were out of them. Let me move that box out of the way. And this box, this is what I wanted to show you, and I'm so glad that it came in. I'm not a big glitter person, but one of our companies sent us a card to make, which unfortunately I have at home. I forgot to bring it in because I didn't think this was coming in, using this new glitter, and it's called Glitter Bits, and it's I don't want to say a chunky glitter because it's dimensionally it's not that high, but they're bigger pieces of glitter. Let me move this over so I can unpack it and show you what we got in. I mean, look at that color. This is berry bling. Definitely, like, they jump right out at you. This is the red, which is Ruby Slippers. And I'll be bringing my sample in tomorrow, so those of you that come into the store will be able to see it. This one is Spring Fever. Actually, this reminds me, definitely perfect for Christmas. You can see a little bit of gold in it, but even St. Patrick's Day. This one is Sea Spray. You can see all the beautiful colors in there. Teal Haze. Look at that. You see that purple and that teal color combination in there? And this one is called Emerald Shimmer. What a beautiful green. And you can, it looks like there's a, there are the bigger pieces of the green. As I move it around, I can see it. And the Midnight Marine, that's a gorgeous color. And last of all, this gold, the Midas gold. So when we used it, let me show you what we did. There's lots of other stuff in here. I can't show you because a lot of it is our Black Friday and Small Business Saturday specials. But I do want to show you some of this glitter. We'll use the red. So let me grab a piece of paper. What I did is I used my double-sided adhesive and put it on here, and I'm going to die cut just an oval. That's what I kind of had handy. I'm going to grab that oval die. Now, it is a chunkier glitter. And let me just grab a coffee filter real quick. Coffee filters are great to have on hand because, especially when doing glitter, you don't get all the static. So let me just peel off. Now I used a cream paper, and we'll see how this fills in. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'll do part red and part another color. You can see that glitter. So you can see that this would definitely look better if I used a red paper underneath, but you can see all that glitter, that chunky glitter on there. Look how that sparkles. So we'll do another color on the other side. I'll grab another coffee filter so my colors don't get mixed. I think there's a little bit of red in there. And let's try sea spray. Look at that. You can see there's blues and everything in there. Look at that. So for those of you that love glitter, that looks like a Easter egg. But look at that. Can you see that close up? The holographic. So for the red one, I definitely would use a red paper or ink the background so you have that red on there. But because this was a neutral paper, that worked much better on that. But the glitters are awesome. And like I said, I'll bring my sample in that I did. We used it on trees, and it was just spectacular. So I think that's all I have to show you today. Anybody have any questions? Just get all that glitter back in there. You can see all the different sizes. You get the little chunkier pieces. Like I said, it's not chunky at all. It's, it's all flat, but you get different types of glitter in each bottle, and that's what makes it so cool. So an email went out. On Sunday, we're going to put our Black Friday and Small Business Saturday specials. A lot of them are going to start actually next Monday. So if you can't get here over those couple days on that weekend, we're going to start some of the specials on Monday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we are open 10 to 3. Normally on Wednesday, we're open till 4, but because Thanksgiving is the next day, I'm cutting out at 3. So if you come between 3 and 4, I'll be gone. Sorry. This is Cosmic Shimmer glitter. These are not online yet, so they will be sometime today or by tomorrow. And on Friday we're open 10 to 6 for Black Friday, and on Saturday we're open 10 to 4. So those will be my hours for next week. They are, I think, posted on our calendar. So if you have any questions, and I think that's all I have to say. Like I said, there's a bunch of specials in that box over there. I'm going to go through for our sales for next week, and I hope you pop in sometime during that week and say hi. I think I'm done. So I don't see any questions coming through. So everyone, have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you here on Saturday. Take care. Thanks for joining me.